this is Ocadavo. Walk with me for a minute. It's a small town. I believe we're in the foothills of the mountains now. The taxi ride from Fonsagrada to Ocadavo was all downhill this morning and quite long. I'm going to tell you, I was glad to be in the car. And here is the Farmacia. We're going to turn the corner, and then I think you will have seen all of Ocadavo. Here we go. That's pretty much it. It's got a market, it has a bank. I haven't had any trouble with banking. A hotel, an albergue, and a pension.
Hi, my name is Rodrigo, and today I walked the Camino Primitivo from Fonsagrada to Castro Verde, hopefully, but we are now in what's the city name?
Ocadavo.
Ocadavo, yeah.
Ocadavo. How was it today?
Today was actually a lot easier compared to yesterday,
Yes.
but still quite challenging. We started the day off with quite a big climb, and then also a much larger decline. And the descent really killed my feet, I have to say. My knees, I'm young, but my knees are still hurting.
Do you know, I heard from another pilgrim today that today is called the Leg Destroyer.
Ooh.
Right? Did you think so? It was the Leg Destroyer.
Today?
Yeah.
Today, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, the elevation changes where everything was steep, you know. Normally we go up and we go down, but it's not so steep.
Ugh.
Even I was running the descents, I said I can't shoot with my sticks.
A
It was
tough
too
day.
much.
Tomorrow is long, but it looks much easier.
Yeah, after this all the mountains are gone basically.
Yes,
We're on the
pretty much.
flats.
Right.
So yeah, the last 100k to Santiago, almost there, 130 I think we're at. So
Thank you.
Soon there.
Appreciate it. And this is Franz from Germany. What was your experience today?
Hi, it was pretty challenging for me, so I didn't have a very motivated morning. And the steep ups and downs all the time, the hot weather is very tough for me today. So I was happy to finish today.
Yes, and congratulations. It gets easier from here.
Okay,
Right?
gracias.
Buen Camino. Thank you so
Buen
much
Camino.
Buen Camino.
for being on my channel. Hello again. You've met my friend Anne-Marie, who also walked today from Fonsagrada to Ocadavo. So Marie, Anne-Marie, what was that like today?
Well, it was a good day. It was a long day. This was my longest day yet. I think I walked for 6.5 hours, 12 kilometers until we got our first coffee. And it was just so nice to see this little, you came out of the trees and there was this spot. Every pilgrim was trying to have something. And then, yeah, and then a lot of up. And then we got up to some windmills, and then even more up, and then a lot of down. And then it got hot, but some great people along the way today. Some Polish Jesuit Catholic guys that are on a pilgrimage, and I've met all kinds of people that made my day go fast.
That's lovely.
So yes, it was a good day.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. Buen Camino. Hola. I have checked into my accommodations at the Pensione Amaranda. I have quite a large room with multiple beds in it that will be all for me. I am actually protecting people from my snoring. Great place to hang up your clothes, some blankets if it should get cold at night, which it is absolutely not going to do during this heat wave. A little desk, and behind the sliding glass door is my very nicely appointed and modern bathroom. Buen Camino. Buenas noches. I have come to the end of my day 9, and so this is sort of a reflection time. I've said it before, Camino provides, and it really does. And there are Camino miracles. I had to take a cab over to Ocadavo today, and waiting for me. I mean, it looked like he was just waiting for me. The cab pulls up, and my friend Jonathan from the very beginning of the trip is standing on the curb. So we had this joyful reunion. It was amazing. And we visited over a cup of coffee for a minute before he traveled on. And he reminded me of a conversation that we had maybe the second or third day on Camino, where he said, Catherine, you may have to learn on this Camino to accept help from others, which is, that's not my forte. I did not see it as a prophecy at the time, and we both agreed, oh yeah, okay, that's a great thing to learn on Camino. I didn't understand at the time that later on I would be put into a situation where I would need to rely on the help and kindness of others, which has been a good deal of yesterday and a good deal of today. I went to the pharmacy and they fitted me with a knee brace, which seems to be helping. I can tell the difference when I take it off, so I'm going to say, yes, it's making some kind of a difference. And I've met just about everyone staying in Okinawa at this point. And so throughout the rest of my afternoon, these people that I met came and told me their personal stories. Most of the people here, this is not their first Camino. And I didn't know this. Most of the people here have had to make adjustments, have had injuries, have had to leave Camino. And so they came and told me their stories, and it really helped put things into perspective. One story in particular, a gentleman came up to me today and said, I planned Camino Frances from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port all the way to Finistère, and I pre-booked everything, which I can tell you is a lot of work. And then he got hurt on day 3, and hurt bad enough that he had to go home. He had to just stop his Camino and come back another year and try again. So, my problems aren't so bad. I'm certainly not going to make my Camino about this. So tomorrow I do plan to walk again. It's supposed to be a 31-kilometer day, little over 19 miles, but there's a small climb coming out of Okinawa. I don't have a problem climbing, so yay, that's great. And then it's a gentle down climb for the whole rest of the day. And as we know, the farther you spread it out, the less you notice the altitude change. It should be easier on my knee. So wish me luck. Buen Camino.